What do you call a piece of toast at the zoo? Bred in captivity.
This is gonna get tens and tens of views.
It is Mike with Iceberg Gaming here with this week's episode of the Noob Gold Challenge, your step-by-step guide to making gold on a new server. I keep saying this every week, but it bears repeating. I just want to remind all the people that are new to the channel that this is a series. So I would recommend that you start from the beginning of the series and watch through and then ask any questions. I get a lot of questions like, this isn't the, or not questions, but comments like, this isn't a step-by-step guide. Well, it is, but this video on its own is not going to be the step-by-step guide. It's the entire series. But that being said, let's get into it. But before we do, this video is sponsored by Catapult and Aeterna Noctis by Aeternium Games Studios. Currently 30% off on Steam, Aeterna Noctis is a challenging 2D hand-drawn action platformer, a Metroidvania with thrilling combat that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Become the King of Darkness in an epic journey through 16 connected areas. Unencumbered years ago, the supreme god Chaos created the universe and the world of Eternia. After populating it with different races and creatures, he appointed powerful rulers to govern them and show them the way. But soon they turned against their creator, seeking to take the world from themselves, and gathering their subjects into two groups that fought each other, thus giving rise to war, death, and hatred. The game features difficulty levels. It is a very challenging that scales progressively as the player goes. Aeternia mode is a pure Metroidvania experience. Noctis mode is a extreme platforming challenge. Try Aeternia Noctis today for 30% off until May 9th. Now that Joey's treats are paid for, let's get into the Noob Gold Challenge for this week. Last week, we ended the week with 6,943,000 gold on hand. And this week, we are starting with 6,955,000 gold on hand. So we've got a bit of raw gold coming in. It would have been more, but I spent a lot of it on crafting. As you can see, letter E is down to 3 gold. He had like 13,000 earlier this week, but I spent it all on crafting. Up on the auction house, we have 474 posted auctions, and if they sold right now, they would be worth 4.4 million gold. And for this week's sales, we only have 106 auctions sold this week. I've been very, very busy the last couple weeks, so I really haven't done any farming other than my live stream this week. So shout out to everyone who joined me for that live stream. Really appreciate it. We had a lot of fun, made quite a bit of gold. But that's pretty much the only farming I did this week. So let's take a look at what we sold. First off, we've got some Knothide leather. This was a side benefit of our Spiderlisk farm that we did this week. We took advantage of the TBC time walking to do this farm for the increased value from the items sold. Next up, we've got some porous whetstones, which is my blacksmithing flip, and some crafted dreadful gladiator gear. Some of the prices on these has really dropped, so I am just selling off my inventory on those and only crafting the higher priced ones. And then some fell scales is also a side, and the crystal infused leather, both of those are side benefits from the Spiderless farm also. And we've got some lace stone ore, more shaded sharpening stones. Small eggs is from, I farmed these because of Children's Week. I knew people would be buying them to get their Children's Week achievements done. And then we've got some more leather in here, and then a couple of crafted Malevolent Gladiator pieces. The Malevolent Gladiators go for transmog purposes. It is the Dreadfuls that are the Mage Tower pieces that people actually use. And then we have a Swift Spring Strider here. This is the Noble Garden mount for 24,000 gold. The price is a little lower than I was hoping for, but I really just wanted to sell it and get the money in the bank to help make this a better week. Next up, a very nice crafted Dreadful Gladiator piece here for almost 6,000 gold. And then some more enchanting materials. Nice Sorrow Moss sale in there from my swamp farm. We did this on stream as well. And then a whole bunch of crafted Dreadful Gladiator pieces in here. Very nice. Ranging from almost 8,000 gold to about 500 gold. Quite a range. And then we've got some food in here and enchanting flips, veiled augment runes from our Shadowlands mission table as always. I'm still doing my Korthite crystal farm, but only when it is the quest that I really like. And then here is the damp basilisk eyes. These are from the spiderless farm that I mentioned earlier. Very happy about that sale. And then another crafted dreadful. Wow, that price is terrible. But gotta get rid of the stock of stuff that's not selling as well, so that's fine. Next up is a Shadow Scale Helm. This is the 262 version from Shadowlands Blacksmithing. Last week I finally got my blacksmithing / leatherworking character to the point where he can do that. I was way behind, as you guys know, since we're on the Noob Gold Challenge. I completely re-rolled on this server, so my infrastructure is a little bit behind in some areas, and this was one of them. I had to level up my character and then get him to honored with the Zereth Mortis reputation before I could do this. So I fell behind, and the price has dropped a little bit on these items, but it is still worth doing. So we're making some gold that way as well. And then we have some more leather, some more enchanting flips in here, another crafted Dreadful Gladiator piece, nice gold clover sale, very nice. Dead Nettle is from my Grizzly Hills farm. War Scroll of Battle Shout. I crafted these with Battle for Azeroth inscription because people are using them for the Mage Tower. And then we have a battle pet here, the Stout Elemental, the Beer Monster. I believe this is from Brewfest, so we've had that one for a while. Then we have two Falling Blossom hoods in here. The higher priced one is the higher item level, and I believe this lower item level one was purchased for transmog purposes, but not entirely sure. And then we have Shadebound Treads. These are the Shadowlands 262s for leatherworking. And then just some random materials in here. More Veiled Augment Runes. Nice Glyph Sale. Tiger Fang Inscription is from Pandaria Inscription. Very nice sale there. And another 262 piece from Blacksmithing here. So let's open it up and see what we have left. And our remaining sales are coming in for 7,600 gold. That's not too shabby for only 8 sales. Let's take a look. More fell scales from the Basilisk farm, and then some dead nettle from the Grizzly farm. People always quote unquote yell at me because the farms that I post, oh, it's not gonna sell, but there it is. It's sold. This is from the Grizzly Hills farm last week that people said would not sell. And here's some more crafted Dreadful Gladiator pieces. Not super excited about these prices, but we'll take the gold for sure. That's going to wrap it up. Let's go ahead and open up and get our grand total. And our grand total for the week is 123,000 gold. That's actually really good considering how little I played and how few auctions we had. So sorry about the light content week, but we still made a ton of gold, so I'm happy. And you should be too. Just kidding. You can be unhappy if you want. That is going to wrap up this week's episode of the new Noob Gold Challenge. Huge shout out and thank you to everyone who joined me for my live streams this week. We had huge crowds for me on both YouTube and Twitch this week on Wednesday and Thursday. So thank you to everyone who joined. I really appreciate you. And a huge, huge thank you to my newest and first ever channel member, Chivi Mo. Welcome to the channel, Chivi. Thank you so much. Joey says thank you. He's not going to starve this month. I'm totally kidding. I would not starve him anyway. But thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll see you next week.